guys ever struggled to catch bass during the summer in Arizona? It's brutal. It's triple digit heat, and I'm gonna be honest, after the morning, it gets really, really, really hot. But the cool thing is, in Arizona, the fishing is really good in the summertime. Today, as you guys can see behind me, I'm at one of Arizona's greatest lakes, Alamo Lake. And today, I'll be showing you guys a few techniques that I use to always ensure that I don't get skunked. I gotta load up my kayak as it's a solo trip. Let's get it going. A bass at the boat ramp, and he's just chilling there. But as you guys can see, there's no dock. I have this Buka shad on. Oh, there's get in the water. I mean, like, I was gonna say not literally, but actually literally. Whew. Yeah, water is really low. There we go. Okay. Now we got that set up. All we gotta do is kind of put everything in place and we're good. All right, guys, and now we're off. We just get like kind of in the middle. And let's do this. Okay. You guys are following along. There's gonna be one bait that I'll always have tied on during the summer. It's because once it gets hot, these bass, they do decide to go deeper. The first lure or technique that I like to run whenever it's Arizona heat is, of course, the drop shot. You guys have been following my videos for the past few months. You guys will notice I've been throwing the drop shot constantly. But I'll show you guys how I work the drop shot. And another thing, there's a lot of lakes in Arizona. You'd be very surprised. They're all really good for not just bass fishing, but we have flatheads out here. We have catfish. And even if you want to go to Lake Pleasant, figure out that lake and you can get yourself some striped bass and white bass. But today the focus is the greenfish. All right, guys. So, for my drop shot, I run a 3/0 Gamakatsu hook. And worms, I usually just run 50 150s. They're an Arizona brand. You can find them at the Turners in Goodyear, and you can also find a big selection at Copper State. But these worms are my preferred. I like to run curly tail over straight. It really depends on what kind of action you're looking for. Got a hook, and that's as long as the drop shot leader. And then all I'm gonna do is I nose hook these, like so. And drop shot's perfect for bank fishing, for any type of fishing, kayak. That's what makes it so great. Once you got yourself in a good position, all you do to catch these bass in this pesky triple-digit heat, you're gonna toss. If you're on a kayak or a boat, you're gonna toss to the bank. You don't have to, but it's usually preferred. And then all you're gonna do is get your line nice and tense, tight, taut, whatever you think. And the goal of the drop shot is to have very subtle movements. So you're really, let me see if I can get you guys a better look. You're really just trying to move the tip of the rod to where the worm just does slight wiggles. Getting hit right now. There we go. Little guy. Ooh. Give me a little run for my money. Let's try out this new net. I need to get used to it. Right in there. Nice. There you go, guys. That is the drop shot right there. Beautiful fish. Aggressive little guy. Okay, that net will take some getting used to, but that's all right. That's all right. I don't mind that. And that's the drop shot, guys. That is the drop shot. Let's see if there's any more hanging around. Because when there's one bass, there's usually a couple. There you go. There we go. Oh, that's a better one. 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 That one was a little bit deeper. That's a better one. That's a better one. Oh, that's a nice one. That's a nice one. That's a nice one. That is a... Tell you what, that is a... That's okay. Well, all right. This is about a 3-pounder, I'd say. Barely hooked, guys. Barely hooked. Oh my goodness. I'd say about like a 2. Good fish number 2. Make sure you guys are staying hydrated. Gotta preach it, because it is Arizona, and if you lived in Arizona for a couple years, you'll know it gets pretty hot out here. Luckily, it's cloudy right now, and I'm getting like some partly cloudy conditions. But still, make sure you buy the electrolyte drinks, or you can buy an electrolyte tub, and then you just keep it in the cooler of choice. But just stay hydrated, bring waters, especially if it's a solo trip. Please, please, please bring waters, guys. It can get bad out here. A couple weeks ago, temps hit like 115 peak, so it can get bad. But here we are. We're gonna be throwing this swim bait. And this is the next technique that I really like to use during the summer. And, you know, there's going to be people that are going to say swim baits don't work in the summer. Listen, I use smaller swim baits during the summer. I tend to have good luck with them. So, we're going to throw them. And there's certain ways you can do these. Oh, man, standing up feels good. Because this is a jointed swim bait that you just reel in. So, this is one that you'll just reel in and then wait for the bite. There's a couple ways you can reel it into, and you got to figure out what the fish want. Like a slow, steady retrieve. Do they want something a little bit more crazy? They're gonna want a faster retrieve. And there's a couple ways I like to fish swim baits. And we'll talk about these jointed ones first. I actually, first off, I'm on a kayak. And that's usually when I throw these jointed swim baits. The small ones at least. And I like to just hug the bank as much as possible. Then I just like to get a good cast and then just like cast around cover. I have decent luck with these. I've caught a couple on these. But let me show you guys what I usually use. But these are very easy to use. You don't have to sit there and do a certain technique or nothing. You kind of just throw it out, reel it in. You can reel it in fast. You can reel it in slow. It's very easy to fish. But I like fishing mini glide baits like this. And why? I just get bit, dude. I don't know. Something about these mini glides just get these fish going. Now, with mini glide baits, you're gonna need to weight them a little bit. So I always recommend going to like a pond or just a body of water. If you got a pool, that's even better. And then just throwing it in there, testing it. Put on some weights, like these sticky weights. I think these are from Storm. Guys, oh my gosh, I should have got that on camera. No. I was just moving. I was messing around because I seen him jumping right now. Dang it, guys. Okay. I legit... Oh, I wish I got that on camera. Dang it. Okay, well, I saw them jumping in this cove. It got quiet, though. But I still threw in the middle of nowhere. And I paused and I moved it. And, dude, this guy came out of nowhere and bit it. Man, guys. I really wish I was able to have my camera on for that. No way. Look at that. Dude, bit it on the glide. Here, let's see if we can get another one. That was ridiculous. I legit threw like this. I made it just look like a hurt bait fish. Give it some pauses. Let it sink some. He just came up right in front of me, guys. That's why I wanted to... So I was like, I should have... He came out of nowhere, though. But they're feeding in this cove right now. Got one. Got one. I was looking behind because they're splashing. I got one, though. Little guy. Oh, my goodness, guys. They're in here feeding right now. They're in here feeding. Guys. They're in here feeding, dude. Guys. Okay, fish number 5. No way. Look at that, guys. Fish number 5. Let's let him go. Guys, I think there's so much fish in here that are eating right now in this cove. Got him. Got him. Got him. Stay down, stay down, stay down. Barely hooked, barely hooked. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. They're still here. These bass are still here eating, dude. No way. Guys. I saw the wake and I was like, all right, I gotta get ready. The glide, guys. Oh, let's get him. Dude, they're legit just eating bait fish right now. In the wide open. I'm in a cove, yeah, but I'm like in the middle. I'm like outside of it. All right, you can continue eating, buddy. I'm kind of lost. I'm just shocked, honestly. I think that's fish number 6 off of the glide. All right, guys. Made it to the end of the video. It got really windy, like really windy. So I just decided to book it early. But still caught a good amount of fish. Caught 6 bass, I believe. I believe it was an even split. 3 on the drop shot and 3 on the mini glide bait. But I just wanted to share the 2 main techniques that I use in any lake, pond, canal even, just any body of water in Arizona. These are the 2 main techniques that I use to not get skunked in this summer heat. But if you guys like this video, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and make sure to ring that bell for further notifications. Until next time, catch ya later.